school to the rules and too gumshoe, too much of a newcomer and too uncool. Like Shadow in the Veil, I battle with it well, though I need a holiday like Lady Who's Sung Blue. Go back, whatever you did, you undo. Heavy as heaven, the devil on my 2 tons too. If you are what you say you are, a
Hey guys, this is Brian. The next movie I'm going to review is called 30 Minutes or Less. This film starts with Jesse Eisenberg, Danny McBride, and Isa Asari. Jesse Eisenberg, you have seen in movies from The Social Network and other films. Danny McBride, you have seen him from Your Highness recently, and some other Pineapple Express you have seen him from. And Isa, who plays Chet in this film, is this new Indian-American comedian. This movie is called 30 Minutes or Less, and I thought the film was very funny. I actually liked this film. The plot of the film is Jesse Eisenberg plays this pizza boy delivery, and these two guys, which Danny McBride and his buddy, decide to, why not just kill their father because he won a lottery. And in the lottery they don't really say that he's gonna get the if he passes away, they don't say if they're gonna get the money, but he assumes he is. So he decides, you know, if we're not gonna rob a bank, let's have someone rob a bank for us. And in this movie, Jesse Eisenberg is the one that robs the bank, and when he robs this bank, funny stuff starts happening. This film was very funny. You know, it reminded me of Pineapple Express. It was like a bank heist movie mixed with Pineapple Express. You know, I think the movie had a lot of jokes. I think, you know, Chet, the comedian who plays Chet, which is Isa, whatever, I can't pronounce his name right. You know, I think he was probably the most funniest guy in this whole film. I think in this film, he really stands out because I think I want to see more of this guy. I want to see this guy more in comedy movies, maybe even some drama. I think this guy has talent. Jesse Eisenberg, you know, he kind of plays the same character we have seen over and over. He kind of plays that, like, you know, the typical guy who kind of doesn't have no balls. You can say he's kind of a nerd. He doesn't have no fucking balls, and that's the character he plays in this movie. And then towards the end, finally, he starts changing. He kind of just like basically just starts saying, you know what, you know, fuck living this life. I'm gonna take control of my life. And that's something we have seen before, so it was nothing new. I felt like there wasn't nothing new he brought to the table. I felt like we were just seeing the same guy that we have seen in these other movies. Danny McBride does a good job. You know, I think Danny McBride is another funny guy who stands out in this movie, and I think I would love to see him more comedies. You know, maybe even some dramatic films. I mean, I think sometimes when you see comedians do funny movies, sometimes you want to see how they act in a dramatic role. So I think that would be really interesting. The movie, there's only one thing I had to say. I thought, you know, I kind of got, throughout the movie, the Jesse Eisenberg character kind of just felt like repetitive, so I wish that was a little different. You know, this is a rated R movie, and you know, there's not a lot of, I understand why they give it a rated R. I mean, there was some scenes where, like, yeah, they're for adults, but I didn't think it was that bad. I think, okay, yeah, there's a little bit of tits, you know, there's a lot of F-bombs, you know, I mean, there's no drug use, there's no sex scenes. I was like, it's not really, I mean, in my book, it's still a PG-13 movie. Yeah, I mean, so what? I mean, we have heard the word fuck many times in rated R movies. What's the big deal? But anyway, you know, the movie was funny. I think, you know, I like the movie. You know, I give credit to the writers of this film because I think this movie could have been very boring. But what I like was I think Danny McBride stood out in this movie. You know, if you like comedy, you're a fan of comedy, and you want to collect comedy movies, I would definitely keep this in my collection. I think this is definitely one of the most entertaining and pretty. It's not like the funniest movie I've seen, but the jokes, they're pretty, like, they're pretty good to the point that they're not dumb. They're like okay, I get the joke. You know, that's pretty funny, but it's not like laugh out loud. You know, would I rent it? Definitely, I would rent it. You know, for me, I was curious to see this movie. So if you're curious about this movie, and you, I mean, especially if you like Pineapple Express, you like those type of, you know, movies where supposedly everything's right and then something goes bad and then stuff starts happening, then this is one of those movies. So I like it. Right now, I'm gonna give you a scene where they just kidnapped. They kidnapped Nick, who's played by Jesse Heisenberg, and right now they're gonna give him an ultimatum, and this is their plan, and this is what they want him to do, and you're gonna see that right about now.
Are wearing a highly explosive bomb vest. Calm down. Calm down. I'm carrying a piece.
Hey, man, take it easy. All right, I built the bomb, so it's pretty stable.
For a fucking bomb. Don't do anything stupid like trip over your shoelaces or anything. That vest is packed with C4. The C is for chaos.
It's actually for composite, but yeah, like, don't bump into shit.
Hey, whoa! Sit down. Show them your kicks. Show them your kicks. Yeah, check that shit. You wanna pop off? Look at this. Fucking stay there. You'll get that right across your goddamn face. Settle. So what do you think, pizza boy? Can we take the tape off? I'm trusting you now.